Welcome to our weekly podcast show. We are here at the University of Rio Grande, OSU South Center's collaboration, and at the University of Rio Grande studio. Each week, we feature a Southern Ohio small business or student, faculty, administration at the University of Rio Grande. We also feature program managers from the Ohio State University South Centers, Southern Ohio Community Economic and Development Programs, and special guests with community organizations and programs. Our mission is simple: to promote the University of Rio Grande and its diverse educational programs, promote the Ohio State University South Centers and its many business technology programs, and finally promote Southern Ohio, a great place to live, learn, and enjoy life to its fullest. Co-hosts are Jason Winters, Director of the Center for Small Business Entrepreneurship, and Mike Thompson, Instructional Design and Media Services Director, both with the University of Rio Grande. Patrick Dingle, Business Development Specialist with the OSU Rio Collaboration, and Kimberly Roush, Program Assistant with the OSU South Centers. Today we feature Bob Hood, Executive Director with the Gallia County Convention and Visitors Bureau. Bob will give a 5-minute overview of our podcast.
Thank you, Jason. Let's talk today about why people would visit Gallia County. Well, I think one of the best reasons to visit Gallia County is because of the history that we have. Many people forget or don't remember that we are the second oldest settlement in the Northwest Territory. When you study your history, you will know that Marietta was obviously the oldest settlement in the Northwest Territory. Now, if you live on the western side of the state, Cincinnati would be the second oldest settlement, but everywhere else in the state, Gallipolis and Gallia County was actually settled in 1803. Gallipolis was settled by the French. And so I think you would visit Gallia County, first of all, because of the history that we have. But we also talk about its beauty. There's no place else in Southern Ohio that has a more beautiful park than Gallipolis in downtown. You know, one of the best attractions we have is our river. If you go anywhere in the state of Ohio, you'll see hills, you'll see valleys, but you won't see a park with a view of the river like we have. The Ohio River has been very significant in our history. We see boats traveling up and down the Ohio River almost every day when we're at the park. But you'll see such things as the Our House Museum. You'll see the French Art Colony. You'll see the REL, the historic REL Theater. Located within the city park, there's just a lot that you can see. You can take one of our driving or walking tours of Gallipolis and Gallia County, and you'll be able to see the outlying areas. We partner with all of those in our agricultural community, like Ohio State University and OSU Extension, to showcase our farms and our farmland. Why not travel on one of our quilt barn trails and see not just the quilt trails that are attached to our barns, but also learn about the history, learn about the people who live there, learn about the people who come from there. You know, we live, we work, and we play in a place called Gallipolis and Gallia County. But there's a lot of culture that goes with that, such as our historic homes. Did you know that the homes in downtown Gallipolis date back to the 1790s and early 1800s? They're built up on sandstones that reflect the time and the culture when the river and the flooding was part of the times. A lot of people ask, oh, what about flooding in our downtown? Well, those of us that are from here, we know that the park area does not flood. However, back in 1937, we did have a monumental flood, and that's still marked downtown by a sandstone monolith. Speaking of our culture and speaking of our history, there were a lot of famous people that came here from Gallia County. We know of Bob Evans, and we know of the legacy that Bob Evans left. But there's men like O.O. McIntyre. And then there's the story of Bevo Francis right here at the University of Rio Grande. Think about, before the time of the three-point play, Bevo Francis scored over 100 points in a college basketball game, a record that still holds today. A lot of memorabilia is here at the University of Rio Grande to commemorate that feat. But then you look at our African American history, a piece of the nation's history as well as a part of Gallia County and Gallipolis history. Gallipolis celebrates the Emancipation celebration every year in the fall. People don't realize that our celebration is the longest continual running celebration of the Emancipation.